Hey guys, welcome back to Amber Reviews. And today we're going to have an exciting review on the Manshake. If you're like me, you're always looking out for a nutritious and a sustainable way to lose weight. And after reading many reviews, I think the Manshake might be the go-to. And in all honesty, I've tried many fad diets and it just doesn't work. Like I might lose 10 kilos and it just bounces right back. So the Manshake is marketed as a meal replacement for men. It's supposed to be quick and easy and hence be able to keep up with your daily grind. It's also marketed as a way to support your muscle maintenance as well as reducing weight. So I'm starting this journey at 85 kilos and the target goal of this is to lose as much weight in 30 days. So I'm going to do 2 meal replacement shakes for at least Monday to Friday, and I'll see how it goes on the weekend. Maybe just one replacement on the weekend. But I'm also going to pair this with very low effort exercise. Like personally, I bought an Oculus and I kind of play table tennis, right? That's my 30 minutes of sweating it out after work. But I really don't want to try to do anything more extra, like going to the gym, because it's just not currently sustainable in my lifestyle. As for price, it wasn't too bad. On the website, they have this bundle deal. So you basically pay for 3 packets and you get the fourth one for free, which is a nice starter. And if you choose to replace around 2 meals a day, these 4 packets will last you approximately 30 days. So the price I ended up paying for this was around $150, and that included free shipping as well. The best thing about it is, for the price conscious, this meal replacement ends up being around $2.30 per meal. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm not able to find that out on my day to day if I was gonna just go out and buy a sandwich or sushi. Hoping to learn that, over this 30-day journey, especially during this Christmas period, how sustainable this really is. There's going to be hectic mornings, there's kids, there's work, there's Christmas parties. I really want to see how this really pans out. I think the real test for me is going to be how full am I going to be after this. I found that with some of the other shakes, afterwards, I always still craved a lot of food. So it really defeats the purpose. I've read some other people do mix other things in to make it a bit more fulfilling. Yes, it does slow down the weight loss, but at least you're eating healthier products. So, for example, mixing banana into your shakes. It's hard to say what my expectation is. I think if I really think about it, I'm hoping that if I was able to get from 85 kilos to sub 80 in 30 days. I think that would be a nice win. It's relatively healthy to lose, half a kilo to 1 kilo per week. And yeah, if that's sustainable, then I'll definitely keep this up. So for those who are interested in the nutritious value, it has a lot of information on the back. So it's got protein. So the whole bag of this is equivalent to the protein of around 75 eggs. You got calcium, and that's equivalent to 15 glasses of skim milk. You got fiber in here as well, and that's equivalent to 60 slices of wholemeal bread. You got B6 vitamin, and that's equivalent to 66 carrots. You got magnesium, and that's equivalent to 120 oranges. Iron, that's 53 cups of spinach, and vitamin B12, that's 20 chicken breasts. And I don't know about you guys, I don't like eating chicken breasts. And phosphorus, and that's 138 bananas. So I think from a nutritious value, I'm quite sold that it's going to be good for you, and it's not just a product to keep you full but with no nutritional value. I think the thing that's gonna really test me is just my own kind of constraints. And if you kind of read books like Atomic Habits, one of the things around it is, our willpower isn't really going to be strong enough, and the real value here is changing our environment. So I think one of the first things I'm going to start doing, and a commitment to myself and hopefully to people who are watching, and if you care, I think the idea is really around just removing those kind of junk foods around the house that I normally like to consume. I don't even crave it. It's just that because it's there, I eat it, and that's just really bad. I'm gonna replace have these in a place where I can see them on a day-to-day basis. I know it doesn't look good, but at least it reminds me that's my next meal. I'm gonna try to commit to doing some form of light exercise, maybe 3 days a week at least. And I think the other thing that's the hardest is I'm just gonna try to not snack after dinner. I think having my normal dinner is sufficient, and I built a habit, which is a bad habit, unfortunately, which is essentially eating food after a meal when I'm not even hungry. I'm just literally eating because I'm sitting in front of the TV, and that's the natural go-to.
All right, so it's a weekend now. I guess the most important thing you probably want to know is that I started at 85.1, and then by the end of 7 days, I was at 84.6. There was a lot of fluctuation during that week. So I think the lowest I hit was about 83.9. But I think the positive is I actually didn't go over 85.1 in any of my morning weigh-ins. The next thing would be about diet. It's been a rough week. Like I said, I'm trying it out in a period where there's just lots of Christmas parties, there's lots of birthdays, and I just want to see how sustainable is this. I think on a normal period it'd be relatively okay, but during this time of the year it's rough. Okay, so I had a work Christmas party, I had a birthday party to go to, I had date night along with that as well. And during that week, I think I've consumed about 6-7 beers, so it's gonna really test this thing out. I had like burgers, I had like lots of fried food during this period. So the diet hasn't been on point, but I'm glad that after 1 week, there's still like a half a kilo weight loss to show as a result. How sustainable is this? Look, during this week, I probably tried most days. I did 2 shakes and then maybe a dinner. I tried different kind of changes to the plan. So I tried to do maybe lunch and then hopefully to do a shake for this dinner. But I find that plans get in the way. It's kind of hard. I've got 2 young kids and a family as well, so it's just hard to kind of juggle it all. And I don't want to be the one just drinking a shake in the pub right, because everyone else is getting to eat and everything, so I didn't really want to kind of give that up. But overall I felt that from a hunger perspective, the first day or 2 was rough, but over the next few days I found it actually quite enjoyable. Like, I look forward to having the food. I'm not as hungry as I thought I was. I also managed to, because I'm investing in this, and like I'm already kind of doing meals that aren't the most healthiest throughout the week. I tend not to eat after hours. There was only 1 cheat night, and that was a really bad one. So yeah, lots of fried food at around like 1 a.m. Oh god, I don't know why I admit this stuff, but it's just bad, right? Like, I think it's just bad habits that I'm trying to crack over time, and hopefully with the shake, it's gonna allow me to, commit, right, and take accountability in this stuff. Right, so if you think about exercise, I really didn't do much more. I think there was about 2, maybe 3 days where I did 15 to maybe 30 minutes of exercising, and it was just really table tennis. So I don't know, it wasn't that intense. I wasn't going out to the gym, I wasn't going out for super long walks, but during those 15 kind of 30-minute sessions of table tennis, you're getting in around 3,000 to 5,000 steps, depending on like how aggressive and how intense the gameplay is. But other than that, there hasn't been any more exercises. So for the first 2 weeks, I tried these two flavors. I got the chocolate and I got the honeycomb choc crunch. So the chocolate, lots of good reviews. It's relatively safe flavor. If you like chocolate, it's sweet enough and tolerable. I think this one was interesting. Has little crunchy bits in it. I enjoyed it. I'm not a big fan of honeycomb, but like very limited flavors, so can't be picky. I enjoyed both of them. Relatively easy. I do one for one meal, one for the other meal, just to mix it up for the day. I have been contemplating about potentially, adding a banana in and blending it to kind of add a bit more texture and a bit more, to make it a bit more sustainable, I suppose. Have some fruit, make you a bit fuller. Yeah, you intake a bit more calories, but hopefully it's all healthy stuff. And I've been looking into the chocolate greens as well, so maybe that might be, depending after this whole month, maybe that might be the next step for me. Well, I hope this weekly check-in was helpful. Keep watching the channel. I'll keep trying to do weekly check-ins for at least a full month, and we'll see how that goes. Thanks, guys.